So, welcome everyone. This is the third round, races 5 and 6 of the Full Throttle Racing Mini Cooper Challenge. My name's Liam. I've not commentated here before, but a last minute sub in as our regular commentator has gone a bit AWOL, so yeah. Just trying to sort everything out as trying to sort audio levels and stuff because it's very last minute, and I'm normally not a lead commentator, and I usually have someone to commentate with, so it's just setting everything up is the main part. I'm just going to get an audio confirmation. The cars might be a bit loud. I'm not sure how I can turn that down. No, that's not going to do it. Okay, so according to Ash, it sounds good. Let me just... Is there no other way? I've turned everything all the way down. Race sound effects. It's just... Doesn't seem to be much I can... Oh. Much more I can do, so I will let Ash know we are all good. And we can get going. So yeah, I'm sure most of you know the how this goes by now. It's 2 20-minute races. Of course, these cars are on racing soft tyres, they have tuning. The second race is a reverse grid, but we'll quickly go through the points. First place is Rob Adams on 84, John Thompson in second on 83, Ethan Graham third with 81, Adam Piper fourth on 80, then it's a bit of a drop down to Leon Welsh on 46. Callum Cripps is on 40, he must have missed some rounds to be on that many points. Luke Clifford is 7th with 36. Ash Sharp is 8th on 33. Luke Mitchell is 9th on 28. Ignat, I can't remember how his name is on 26. Apologies, Iggy, I've raced you before. And Oakley is 11th on 15, I think that is. Just confirm to everyone. Oh, someone's gone backwards there. That is Luke Mitchell. So Ash just confirms we're starting. So yeah, of course, these who was it? Callum and John just having some fun there, as yeah, these cars are sort of based on a Mini Cooper Challenge type thing, you know, sort of thing you see supporting the BTCC series, but these are the closest we have in game. Of course, they've got a good bit of power, quite light on some slick tyres. So it's 6 minutes of qualifying here at the Red Bull Ring, as we're on board with Welsh. So can't really change cameras that well in the pit lane. So who's going to be first out on track? It is Mitchell. And a very bland livery, it must be said. It's... can't make out what that is in the hood, but yeah. Black with some numbers on it. Let's have a look through the liveries. John's is quite nice. Callum, of course, is black and orange, as he usually represents. Well, it looks more like navy than black. Surprised he's not running his own livery. He is that vain with his name on it. There's Sharp in the Repsol car. It's a very nice livery, that. Heron. I guess that livery that... Is that an actual livery, or is that similar to Mitchell's? Oh no, it's an actual livery. I thought it might just be like a placeholder livery that some people could use. There's Graham in the Union Jack car. Iggy in Travago. That's an interesting choice of livery. Mitch Oakley, they're going to make it 3 wide in quali. And then Welsh with, predictably, a Jack Daniels car. So, yeah, it's, I'm not sure what sort of lap times these cars do around here. I'm guessing they're going to be in, like, the 1 minute 30s? Something like that. 1 minute 30s, maybe 1 minute 40s. I've driven this car, I've never driven it on these specs with tuning and slicks and stuff like that. But we'll follow Luke Mitchell on his lap, as he's going to be the first one to set a lap. We'll go on board with them, see how you drive these Mini Coopers. Very late braking to turn 1. That's about 80 metres it looked like. Of course these are front wheel drive, so if you're below 3rd gear it's just wheel spin. They look pretty quick in a straight line. We're going to get to 120, maybe even close to 130 up towards the turn 3. Of course these are all tuned cars, he may have a different gearbox to other people, but he's outbraked himself a little bit, but he might get away with it. Is he going to get more speed down this straight? His cars are pushing on for 130. 129. He almost clipped 130. We'll be past 130 once cars start to get a tow in the race. Number 939 car. It's a very random number in the world of sim racing, but everyone's number is unique. Looks like he's not had a great lap. He's been caught by Thompson and Krebs. Maybe that's just bad perception by me, but it looks like he's been caught. We'll see once the first set of times come in. Looks to me like it is going to be in the 40s. Oh, as Thompson and Krebs very wide in the background there, in the penultimate corner. What the lap time is going to be as we come across the line. Mitchell sets the bar with a 41.1, 40.3 initially. Heron and Sharp finish their laps, as they're all flying in at the moment. As Welsh goes up to 3rd, Mitchell's in 5th, Graham's in 6th. But everyone's done their first lap. They're going to get 2 more in. I'm trying to see if tyre wear is on. I don't think it is. They shouldn't really be affected. Krebs is half a second purple on his already pole lap, so he's going to be in the 39s. Sharp with his little Michelin Pilot Sport tyre glitch thing that he did to put Michelin tyres on his Mini, make it look like an actual race car. Now, is Krebs still going to be purple? Because he's getting held up here, of course. He gets the benefit of a tow, but he is so close to the back of Thompson that it's probably not going to be helping. So you'll get the benefit on the straights, but then be a bit slower in the corners being held up. How much purple is he going to be when he crosses the sector 2 line? 3 tenths, so 2.5 tenths lost in that middle sector. Is he going to go again, stuck behind Thompson, or is he going to try and maybe hang back? Maybe he thinks he can stick close and then get a move on up into turn 3. That's probably going to be his plan, because he's probably still in range that he can get a tow from Luke Mitchell. The car up ahead of these two. Apologies if the audio is a little off, it's, like I said, very last minute. It doesn't improve, so he was almost 6 tenths up in Sector 1. Sharp improves up to 7th place. Mitch Oakley, I think, stays 6th with an improved lap time. So what does Krebs do? Looks like he's dropped a little back from Thompson. The Thompson is the 2nd quickest car, so maybe at this range he might be okay. Because I think Thompson is close enough to be getting a tow from Mitchell. How fast does Krebs go this time? 700's purple. There was Graham and Welsh fighting up towards turn 3. Welsh currently sitting 4th, Graham sitting 7th. So this is these guys' final laps. Heron in 5th, closely followed by Sharp, who has been displaced down to 8th. I didn't quite catch who by. There's Iggy and Mitch, both having their own little fight, but by the front, what times can these 3 do? Got 1st, 2nd and 3rd all in reverse order. Krebs is purple. I didn't quite see what the other 2 were. Let's see, what can Mitchell do? He'll be the first of the 3 to cross the line. Looks like someone at the back's given up. Well, that might have been Sharp. Yeah, he might have had an off somewhere. 8.8 seconds down. So that's quali over for Ash. He's 8th. Maybe drop down to 9th, depending on if Iggy can displace him. Now, what about Mitchell? Crosses the line, can't do it. And it's Thompson who takes pole by just under a tenth. Him and Cripps both improved. It's Thompson provisionally on pole, but Graham or Welsh. Welsh goes up to third. Graham goes to fifth. Heron sixth. Mitch Oakley seventh. Sharp eighth. And Iggy ninth. And that is your grid for the first race. See how these... Oh god, there's no music there. Because I turned everything down in haste. You can just about hear it. So there's your grid. Thompson from Cripps, from Welsh, from Mitchell, from Graham, from Heron, from Oakley, from Sharp, and from Ignat, or Ingot. I apologise, I always thought it was Ignat, but it's written down as Ingot, so I'll go with that. So engine notes rise, wait for the lights to come on. Oh, they didn't even come on, but we're away. Wheel spin, it looks like Cripps has made the better start, apologies. It's got the spectate glitch. There we go. And it's Cripps who gets the jump. Is Welsh going to get the jump up to second? So Thompson down from first to third, but he looks like he's going to fight back here. Looks like it's all pretty much status quo just behind them. But it's going to be Thompson, Cripps, and then Welsh has a bit of a toe behind the pair of them. Who's going to come out of turn 3 in the lead? Welsh thinks better of making it 3 wide. Thompson swoops around the outside. Cripps is going to have the tighter line, and there's a bit of a door bang on the exit of the corner. And Thompson has had the better exit. Is Cripps close enough to still have it on the inside? No. He slots back in, trying to get a toe. Can he do anything into 4? Thinks about it. Oh, these cars must be so hard to stop. Looks like he gets into the side of Thompson. He's through. Well, that's Thompson gonna think about fighting back. Thought about it, couldn't do it. Meanwhile, Graham's up to 4th. Mitchell is down to 5th. As a Joker man's voting for Callum Cripps in the chat. No loyalty to Graham or Sharp there. So it's Heron 6th, Oakley 7th, Ingot 8th, and Sharp 9th. Although, I mean, he could be any position there. He's about 3 wide with everyone. It got past Ingot, but a little bit of door banging with Oakley. So he slots back into 8th place where he started. And further back, looks like Mitchell is going to be on the back of Graham. Thinks about a move. Thinks better of it. Interesting line into T1. He was very much all over the runoff in the entry. Well, Thompson is all over the back of Callum Cripps. Thompson down the inside. Callum's got the X. Callum has braked superbly late. Is it too late though? It was pretty late, but he's just about held it. As there's some tyre squealing in the background, as Sharp was way off the track. He's stuck in a fight with Ingot. I know, backed out of a move. Perhaps he wants to start working together. And this is backwards from Cripps, and that's all the way down to 6th place, you can see, of Connor Heron. There's a little gap to Oakley, and then Sharp and Ingot having their own fight at the back. Only 3 drivers throughout the field using traction control. The Sharp is stuck to the back of Ingot. Once again, everyone is so close as we are about to head on to lap 3. Alexa Thompson's had a brilliant run off the final corner. He's going to be down the inside of Cripps into turn 1. We've seen Cripps brake late around the outside already this race. Can he do it again? Nope, slots behind. With Welsh having a look. Not quite able to do anything. In fact, here comes Graham alongside Welsh. Looks like Welsh maybe thought about a move on Cripps and got a little compromised. But who's going to come out between the pair of them? He's got Cripps on Thompson as well, so we've got 2 battles to look at. Cripps gets the lead. In fact, I think Mitchell's gonna maybe take the pair here. As Welsh fought off Graham, but now, in fact, Thompson is back ahead of Krebs. Krebs back down the inside. It's to and fro between these two. Oh, John's touched the gravel. He's got just enough space he can slot ahead of Welsh, who's still side by side with Graham. Of course, Mitchell's going to be looking very intently at this one. Oh, Welsh cutting Ethan off, saying absolutely not, you are not coming through there. And in fact, Thompson's now down to third, maybe even fourth, as he's got Graham on his inside. And he's sort of offline, so he's going to be sort of shuffled backwards. So he's down to fifth. So a bad lap for Thompson, maybe even sixth here again. You get sort of stuck offline here, and everyone starts fighting through. Although it looks like he has just enough to fight off Heron. Is this what Krebs needs to just run away? Because everyone else behind him is inevitably just gonna fight. And what looked like his main rival has slipped back down to 5th place. 1 minute 40 lap. We're looking at... ooh... 14 laps, 13 laps, I think. Actually, no. Should be about 12 laps. Probably 11. So Graham's on the outside of Welsh. Is he going to swoop through? Is Welsh going to have the better exit? Mitchell's all over the place. There's Thompson perhaps going to pick up a place on Mitchell. And now I think Graham is going to be clear of Welsh. He's got enough to just tuck in front. It's just pretty much everyone fighting for second place at this point. And Graham has got enough to fend off Welsh. Thompson's trying to keep ahead of Mitchell. Heron's going to try and look into this. So is Oakley. Oh, Welsh is very, very sideways. Looks like that was completely on his own. He might have had a nudge, but he's actually held on quite alright through all of that. And actually, Thompson is now down to 6th because Heron's through. They're going to make it 3 wide. And then Thompson's back up to 4th, so it's just constant swapping. Here comes Oakley as well. He might fancy a place out of this. Oh, thinks better of it. He's tucked back in behind. And now Iggy's in on this. And then Ash isn't too far away. And with all this fighting, he could absolutely get in on this. In fact, Graham, tucked into the toe, has caught up to Krebs. 40.2, 40.5, so... we know Callum can do the lap times Graham is, because he did them in quali, but... now he's going to have a lot of pressure on him, because he's got Graham, who's bringing Welsh with him. Graham's going to think about a move, pulls to the inside. And Krebs again, very late onto the brakes into turn 3. We've seen him do that to Thompson. He's got so much confidence there. And is Heron going to have a look at Thompson into T4? Maybe technically T5, I'm not sure what its technical name is. In fact, here comes Oakley and Iggy. Iggy down the inside. These two in similar liveried cars, actually. With, in fact, is Krebs in a similar livery as well. In fact, Graham's gotten through somewhere. Presumably down at T4. Yeah, Krebs is in a similar livery, so Krebs, Oakley, and then get all in same liveries. Of course, they are a little friend group themselves. So Graham has taken the lead. Apologies for missing that. We're looking at the fight going on a bit further down. Well, the way this race has gone, Krebs could absolutely fight back, and don't count out Thompson either. He was, of course, fighting with Krebs for the win for ages, and slipped back through one mistake. That was a very good line through there from Krebs, although Graham somehow got a bit of a better exit. Looked like Graham had gone wide, but perhaps he was able to carry more speed. In fact, Welsh is all over the back of Krebs, so Krebs has to make sure he doesn't fall down to 3rd here rather than look forward. Welsh does go for it. It is very close between the pair. Perhaps a little nudge. As it looks like it's there's Inget going wide there. So now Mitchell's on the back of Heron. It's so hard to tell where to look because everyone's fighting. Right, there goes Inget. Oh, a little nudge with Mitchell. Of course, Mitchell started third. The race hasn't quite panned out the way he would have wanted. In fact, Krebs is dropped right back from Graham. He's out of tow range. And now he's going to have Welsh, Thompson and Heron probably all charging up onto the back of him. It's not the button we wanted. Ash getting a lot of sliding going on there. In fact, Krebs is now back into slipstream range. Just looking at lap times there, it was a little confusing for a second. And this time Krebs has got a good exit. So it's Krebs to the outside. Is Welsh thinking about a move here? Oh, he gets right into the door of Callum. He was quite far back and effectively doored Callum Krebs. And I'm sure Ethan isn't gonna mind. Oh, Callum gets his own back with a little sort of tip around. Welsh has held it, but Krebs gets back through. I doubt Callum did that on purpose, but I'm sure when he did it, he probably didn't care due to what Welsh had just done, not a corner previous. Yeah, Heron is with this lot. Luke Mitchell, who qualified so well, has gone a bit backwards this race. And you got Oakley there, and then Inget, who I think has had something happen to him this lap. He's now with Ash Sharp. Thompson goes quickest, 39.8. Oh, that was last lap, sorry. I never even spotted that. I thought we were already past the line by that point. So perhaps him and Callum can work together to get back up to Graham, who has snuck his way up the grid and into the lead, having qualified around 5th or 6th. Again, Welsh thinks about a move there, like this time thinks better of it. Looking back from Thompson, you can see there's Krebs, followed by Welsh, followed by Heron. 1 second up to Graham. Callum looks so confident on the brakes in this race, as he lags a little bit. Oh, that went a bit mental, apologies. As Mitchell and Oakley are now going to have a fight. Could Mitchell be relegated down to 7th? He's going to hold on for now. As Thompson is actually now into slipstream range of Graham. I'm presuming it's the same as a Group 4 car, so it's about 7/10. lot of wheel spin for these cars coming out of turn 3. The joys of racing front wheel drive cars. In fact, Oakley has somewhere snuck past Mitchell. Mitchell thinking about it again. Oh, was someone going slow there? It was Welsh. So something has happened to Leon Welsh. He might get passed by both of these cars here, down to 7th place. He's going to try and hang it around the outside of Mitchell, which he does, so he stays, holds on to his 6th place, but in fact Heron is now ahead of Krebs. Maybe Krebs and Welsh came together. Wouldn't be the first time this race, so I think that leaves just Thompson to try and catch down Graham, or catch up to Graham, apologies. It's got 4 minutes 55, so another 3 laps. So it will be a 12-lap race. It's 8/10. Compare the last lap times. Graham was a 1/10.5 quicker. Down on his best. Of course, he holds the purple lap. Check on with them in a second. Anything else going on through the field? Still this battle for 5th. In the positions it was, Oakley, Welsh, Mitchell. Is that about to change? Looks like it's going to be Mitchell on Welsh, if anything. Welsh stays down the inside. Is Mitchell going to find himself squeezed out? No. Maybe just a little bit, but he's going to have the inside now on Welsh. I've already seen Leon Welsh hold it around the outside into this corner against Mitchell, but I think he'll have to concede this time. Though he is still there. Mitchell has to take the tight line. And will that allow Leon Welsh to get the better exit? No, somehow Mitchell gets the better exit. We're back to these two still at the 8/10 mark. Pretty much where it's been for the last 2 or 3 laps. 40.0, 40.0, 7 thousandths between them in Graham's favour. Heron looks pretty solid for a podium at this point. Krebs, having started 2nd and led the race, probably won't be too pleased with 4th place. We can see on lap 9, or he perhaps came together with Welsh at 43.8. Oakley in 5th. Well, again, he's got the attention of Luke Mitchell. Oh, and it's Verstappen Leclerc moment, and Welsh sneaks through and gets both of them. Mitchell ran Oakley wide, and it's just allowed Welsh to just sneak through and get 2 places for free. So I'm sure he absolutely will not mind. We join these two again at about the 8/10 mark. Thompson's going to have the rest of this lap and another if he wants to try and win this race. But doing that's not going to help him. Looks like he might just have got away with it. His tyres won't feel great through this corner though. I say that as he gets a flying exit. Can he carry that momentum and keep closing? He's very wide through there. It's 6/10. Are we going to see a last lap change for the lead? 39.9, 40.2, so 3/10 this time in Thompson's favour. But he's now going to have the tow. And again, he's got on a pretty good exit out of T1. As this battle is still raging on, and it's now Inget up 6th, Mitchell down 7th, and Oakley 8th, so Engit has somehow snuck himself from 8th to 6th in one go. Here it is, 2/10 for the lead of the race. Thompson's going to run out of good overtaking opportunities pretty soon. It's turn 1, turn 3 in this corner are some of the best opportunities. And look like Graham went a little wide there. So is Thompson going to have any chance into the double lefts? We'll go on board, you can see the back of Graham right there, it's a 10th. Graham's going to go inside, Thompson's going to go outside. He's going to take something special from Thompson to get the lead. Is he going to try it? Oh, it's so close between the pair into the ultimate corner. Thompson gets a better exit, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Graham's going to win the first race here at Red Bull Ring. Thompson will take second. Heron will take third. Krebs is obviously not happy with Welsh. Crowds him to the wall, but Krebs takes fourth. Welsh fifth. Engit sixth. Oakley seventh. Mitchell, who started third, comes eighth. And Ash Sharp takes ninth place there, but some clear dislike between Krebs and Welsh. Of course, we saw Welsh get into the side of Krebs. Perhaps he was also the reason that we saw Welsh going slow and Krebs losing about almost 4 seconds on one lap. So, obviously some dislike between the pair of them. Ah, his name is Ignat. So perhaps it's just on these sheets it's wrong. I've been calling him Engit, I apologise. I thought it was Ignat. I will correct that for the second race. John saying only nonces drive Hyundais. Well, apologies to anyone watching if they drive Hyundais. The race either went well or bad. Well, for you, Graham, it went pretty well. Now we will have the another 20-minute race, but this time it will be a reverse grid, so Sharp will be starting on pole, and Graham will be starting at the very back of the grid. Everyone just bagging out a little bit. I'm not sure whether the time of day changes or what. Like I say, this race kicks off at 8 o'clock. I was asked about 5 to 8 if I could commentate and had to take a very basic little crash course onto what are the rules, how does it work, what are the points. As we see someone going out for a bit of practice. That's Mitchell. He'll probably want it, having fallen all the way down from having started third on the grid. As yeah, it is a time change, as well as the switch to a reverse grid, a 5-minute break. So for these 5 minutes, I will just leave you watching a car so I can take a quick break. So we are 8 minutes past the previous race. We should be starting pretty soon. As it was a 5-minute break, we are 8 minutes in. Ash is sat off at turn 1 as we see, I think that's Welsh going out on track. It is. As we are starting the final now. Like I said, this will be a reverse grid race. Sharp on pole, Graham at the back. Excuse me. Luke Mitchell has turned into James May for a second there. Proclaiming cheese. What type of cheese? Again, apologies for the quiet music. In a haste to not have this overpower my voice, I turned everything down, and it made next to no difference. Oh, yeah, nice. That's always glitches when you're in spectator mode. But engines notes rise. See who gets a good start. Looks like Sharp's made a pretty good one. Is it good enough to keep Mitchell behind? Yep, Mitchell has to tuck in. Apologies, we'll just do that for a second because it doesn't let you do anything. In fact, Mitchell has gone around the outside. Of course, when we do that, that happens. Now, here comes Oakley to try and take second away from Sharp in the Repsol PlayStation car. Further back, there's Ignat and Welsh, and then Krebs, Heron, Thompson, and Graham. It looks like Thompson's had a pretty good exit there. It looks like he's going to get past Heron. Is he going to be close enough to challenge Krebs? I don't think so. In fact, he might have to fight back Heron, because Heron has the tow from Callum Krebs just ahead. John late on the brakes, very late. He's shoved it down the inside of Krebs. I think he's let Callum go there. I think he realised that was a little over the mark. Sharp still third, as Mitchell and Oakley just ahead. I think Luke would be a good shout for this, having started towards the front in the last race, but his race pace didn't seem to match his quali pace. But has he got the chance now to run away before the likes of Krebs and Thompson and Graham all get up there? As Thompson and Heron go side by side, Graham's going to look for any sort of mistake to get past. It looks like they're all just going to be a little status quo into turn 1. As Sharp and Welsh now go into battle. Welsh going to try and take the podium away from Sharp. And then Ignat is going to try and take 4th away from Sharp. He's tucked into the toe of Welsh. Are we going to go 3 wide? Can't really tell from that angle. Ignat tried to, but he didn't quite have the room. Welsh goes through. Ignat's there. It looks like Krebs has got a great run. Gets past Ignat. Not quite such a strong run against Sharp, but he's got a toe, which Sharp does not. Sharp is beside Welsh. Of course, Krebs and Welsh having a little coming together in race 1. Clearly not on each other's Christmas card list. So Mitchell and Oakley are still pretty close together. Krebs and Sharp. Perhaps a little contact, but Krebs is through. You can never tell when you're a commentator whether it's one person's fault or another, so you just have to say there was contact, and if anything is sorted, some stewards will sort it. But Krebs is through up to 4th, he's making good progress. Now, can he pass Welsh a little cleaner as Oakley actually takes the lead away from Mitchell? So that would have been under braking, and it looks like Krebs, oh, Welsh has put Krebs all over the grass there. I'm sure Welsh will be furious, but he was the one who's put Krebs all over the grass. Let's just hope it doesn't get messy now, boys. Now Sharp's trying to go around the outside of Welsh. Takes a little bit extra road. I know they're going to be 3 wide. Mitchell and Oakley are side by side now. Let's see what they're doing and what's going on behind. Looks like it's going to be settled down there. It's 3 wide. Oh, so there's a lot of tyre squealing back there. It looked like it was Thompson. Now, Krebs has gone from 3rd down to 6th place. As Eggy has a go. Oh, he was a bit hot on Welsh and has shoved Sharp off. I'm afraid that was just a little overzealous from Eggy. It's basically ruined Ash's race. So that's a shame for Sharp, but absolutely no fault of his own. Now Oakley and Mitchell still fighting away. It's Mitch versus Mitchell. Krebs will be praying to get past Eggy and just put some clean air between himself and Welsh and try and get after Mitchell and Oakley up the front. But it looks like there's not going to be any team games, considering they're in basically the same cars but with different sponsors. McCallum's is orange, whereas Eggy has pink. Graham's pretty close to Heron's. He gonna think about a move? No, not close enough. As Krebs is actually gonna go through on Eggy. But Eggy's had the better exit, so they're side by side, but that means Welsh is gonna have a tow. Krebs inside, Eggy outside. Welsh doesn't make a move. That is Krebs through, but it looks like Eggy's had the better exit off of that corner. It's going to be Krebs on the inside, Eggy on the outside. We've seen you can't hold it around the outside. But Krebs holds on to his P3. As Graham has now passed Heron, they're side by side. And Graham does get up 6th, our race 1 winner. And he's still in this group. So if they do end up making progress towards Mitchell and Oakley, they certainly have enough time for the likes of Graham and Welsh to get there too. Because I don't think Krebs is broken away from the attention of Ignat. It's a 140.5. About the same time. Oh, it's a 140.6, apologies, it showed something different there. So, marginally slower than the last two, or the leading two, but of course, he was fighting. As actually, Ignat has gone down to 6th there, so Welsh and Graham have gotten past him. The last thing Callum wants to see is Welsh making a move, but it might have ruined Welsh's exit, and now here comes Graham, going to try and look for 4th place. Goes to the outside. It's going to be a brave move to go around there, but the camber of the corner does help you. He's still going to be there. It's going to be his inside now. I think he is marginally ahead of Welsh and got the inside, so it should be move done. Oh, but he's gone in a bit hot. Welsh is going to try and cut back underneath. And now it's Welsh with the inside. And then Ignat is there trying to pick up any scraps. In fact, it's going to be 3 wide. It's Graham inside, Welsh middle, Ignat outside. And Graham's cleared the 2. He's gone wide. Is that going to present an opportunity to Welsh? Oh, Ethan shuts that door, making sure that there's no opportunity for Welsh, but it's getting very close there. As Heron and Thompson now fighting over 7th. Thompson hasn't made the progress we might have expected, although it looks like he's had a much better run out of that corner than some ahead. fact, Krebs is just driven away from this lot. He's not going the same pace he can. We've seen him be in the low 40s, maybe even a 39. But he's in the higher mid 140s. While he's about 2 to 3 tenths slower on the cars ahead. So we're almost halfway into this race. So it's still Graham from Welsh, from Ignat, from Thompson, from Heron. So Thompson, presumably getting the move complete up into turn 3. We saw him get a good run out of T1 against Heron. And there's Sharp recovering from his incident with Ignat. Again, much like race 1, it is everyone for a possession. Graham has now broken away in the same manner that Krebs has done. So that leaves Welsh to be the targeted car. Ignat to the outside. Thompson's also lurking, as Ignat's been shown the door to the outside. Welsh has also gone wide. Here comes Thompson. Is he going to get 2 for the price of 1? It looks very much like he has. And here comes Ignat as well, possibly. All of them for 1. Welsh drops down. He's the big loser out of that. So it's Thompson from Ignat. And it's Welsh, then Heron. And it's Heron now going to try and make a move. He's had a better exit than Welsh. Welsh sticks to the inside of the track. There's going to be no way through for Heron there. I've seen in these cars you can go around the outside. That's exactly what Heron's going to try. It's exactly what Heron's going to pull off. He's made the move, he's clear. It's a brilliant move up to P7. So Welsh, in the space of 30 seconds, 40 seconds, has gone from 4th down to 8th. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the pace here. Krebs only just matching Oakley on the last lap. What's Graham doing? 40.2, so Graham is the fastest car on track. As Oakley and Mitchell still going at Oakley down the inside of that left-hander. Of course, if these two fight, that helps Krebs and Graham. Sounds like there was a lot of tyre squealing in the background. You can see the gap to Krebs now, 1.9, it was 3.2 seconds a couple of laps ago. In fact, Ignat is now through on Thompson. So Thompson down to 6th. Here comes Mitchell then. Oakley was a little wide out of turn 1. Mitchell's going to get the run. 41.8, unless that's displaying wrong. 41.1, 40.8, 39.9 from Krebs. See, 1.2, that was 1.9 just half a lap ago. Apologies for the black box, that is Rob Scheller, who you may know being an absolute tool. Oakley with a good run. Is he gonna brave it on the brakes? He is. He gets the lead back from Mitchell, but here is Krebs. He's got to be very close now. 6 tenths, 5 tenths. He is in the tow. We're gonna have 4 laps at the end of this one. So they got 4 and a bit laps to go. Graham's 1.5 from Krebs, but of course Krebs is probably going to end up getting involved fighting these guys, and that'll pull Graham in. So are we going to see Mitchell have an instant reply to Oakley? And he might not have to. It looks like he was going to get a much better run out of that corner, but got into the back. Here comes Krebs. And say Mitchell got into the back of Oakley, and it ruined his run. Of course, Mitchell now has the tow. Krebs doesn't, but Krebs had a much better run. It's Krebs to the inside. In fact, they've all gone wide apart from Krebs. Krebs could have the lead here. They're 3 abreast. I think Crepes is going to have the lead. Oakley tucks into the toe. Mitchell is hung out to dry on the inside, which will now be the outside. Mitchell not able to do what we've seen others do. Here comes Oakley. And then here comes Graham as well. Graham's now on the axe. There's Thompson going very wide in the background, presumably fighting with Ignat. Does Oakley have some sort of response to Crepes? These two are friends. He does. He goes for the dive bomb. But a bit hot in, and Crepes instantly switches back underneath. That looked like someone going wide. It was Thompson. He's now down to 8th place. In fact, here comes Mitchell and Oakley again. So like we saw with Callum away from that group in the middle of the pack, is this now his chance to run away from this lot? There's going to be 3 laps when they cross the line. Is this his chance to run away from Mitchell, Graham and Oakley? Graham is now ahead of Oakley. Graham is now ahead of Mitchell. So that's Graham up 2nd. Yeah, he keeps that 2nd. Mitchell runs wide out of the final turn. Oakley has no reply. Now it's just a small matter of Callum Crepes, who has a 9/10 lead. Of course, we saw Graham close down and pass Callum Crepes in the first race. Of course, Callum was heavily embroiled in a fight with Welsh and Thompson. He's fought his way through. He now leads. Is he going to be able to keep it up? If he can do his 39.9s and 40.0s, he very well might be able to. But he's already 4/10 down. In fact, Mitchell's coming back at Graham. Mitchell's gone wide. That puts Oakley up to 3rd. In fact, there's a fight still going on for 5th place between Ignat, Heron and Welsh. So it looks like Heron's trying to find a way through an Ignat. The inside opens up for him. Ignat forced out, but Welsh might now come and get the pair of them. We're seeing a lot of this, people getting 2 for the price of 1. With Welsh back up to 5th place after he fell down. Pretty much 8th earlier on, I think it was. Graham at 9/10 to Callum Crepes. 8/10 now. Back up to 9/10. It's going to be 2 laps when they cross the line. Heron and Ignat now at it. Heron's gone wide. Is that going to open the door for Ignat? It looks like Welsh made a mistake too. And here's Thompson again. So we've got many cars going for the podium, many cars going for 5th place. As Thompson is past Ignat. 8/10 for Graham to Crepes. 1/2 tenth in Graham's favour. Here comes Oakley though. This might be exactly what Crepes needs. Just someone to put pressure on, shoulder and nose to Graham. The more they can delay him, the better it is for Callum. So looks like Welsh has broken away a little here. Heron from Thompson from Ignat. There's Ash again. A victim, an innocent victim. Graham dropped into the slipstream zone temporarily. It's 2/10 to Oakley. They're going to be starting the final lap in about 15 seconds time. It looks like it's all swapped down there. Heron's through on Thompson. Thompson's very wide. Thompson's going to go around the outside of the final turn. A little wide on the exit, but otherwise a very good move from Thompson up to 6th place. Now, who is going to be on the podium? And Graham is into the toe of Krebs. Is he going to be close enough to try anything? At the same time, he might have to watch it for Oakley, who's also ever so slightly gaining on him. I don't think Graham's going to be close enough to try anything on Krebs. He's going to try... Oh, that's very late. He's into the back of Krebs. But Krebs holds on to the lead. That was very, very late under-braking from Ethan. Into the back of the number 21 car just ahead of him. Oh, Ethan's into the back of him again! He's taking the lead. I'm not sure if Krebs is gonna be too keen with that one. He's back down the inside. He'll probably feel that's fair. Now is Krebs gonna hold on? It looks like he's not had a very good run out of that turn. Where's he gonna position himself? He's in the middle of the road. Graham's to the left, but I think Graham still has time to switch. No, he doesn't now. And Krebs slams the door into the final turn. In fact, here comes Graham. Krebs again not happy with him. It's a drag line to the finish. Krebs takes it from Graham, from Oakley, from Mitchell. Welsh takes fifth. Heron, Thompson, Ignat. And here comes Ash Sharp. Not the greatest of nights for him. He'll be the first one to tell you that, but he will take 9th place in this race. There it is, race 2 of your Mini Cooper Challenge from Red Bull Ring. And it is victory for Callum Krebs. Again, we see him crowding someone to the wall. He wasn't happy with Welsh. We've seen Graham hit into the back of him twice, so that's presumably what he's not very happy about. Graham with a perceived push to pass from that angle. Of course, I only see it once from one angle, so I don't know. Any instance will of course be sent to stewards. But I have been Liam, and thank you for watching this round of the Mini Cooper Challenge. Hopefully your regular commentator should be back next week. And yeah, thank you all for watching.